Well, good morning, lovely people. It looks like people are talking about Donald Trump being spied in Washington, D.C. There are a couple of ideas about why he's there. We have been picking up that he has not been feeling well on Sunday. We had talked about the fact that he was having a bit of a health crisis. So it's very possible that this is a visit to Walter Reed because of some kind of health-related issue. At the same time, I do get a remote that the feds want to speak to Donald Trump. As a citizen, I don't know if you can say no to the feds. If the feds show up, you can't really say no. So how it appears to me in the remote is that he is not arrested. How it appears in the remote is that a unmarked FBI car might show up. Federal officers might show up and say that they would like to have a conversation with you. And obviously you would want to have some legal representation. But I keep going back to Robert Mueller saying, sooner or later you're going to be mine. I want a signed, sealed confession in exchange for immunity. If they want to have a conversation with him, if that's all I have from the remote, which doesn't surprise me because we asked for permission, the remotes are getting faster and faster, which means they're letting us know more and more before it breaks. There's more transparency than where we were at, say, 4 or 5 years ago. If the feds are sitting a suspect down and they're asking them a series of questions, the thing that's tripping me up because I don't understand the law is how can they just show up like that and say you're not arrested, but how can they just spontaneously show up like that? So there's a few things legally I'm confused by. It appears that he's being forced into a deposition. So he must, it's as if he has been attempting to delay speaking with certain members of the Justice Department, certain members of the feds, from what I can gather, and that his delay tactics didn't work. And at that point, feds tell him that they are more than happy to do the driving, more than happy to contact anybody he's going to be having lunch with or golf with and let them know you'll be busy. This is a feeling of somebody who delays, eludes a confrontation or deposition and then is forced into it. Now that's different than saying somebody's being arrested, but it is somebody who's a suspect. And it is somebody who probably should have their lawyer present. And if the offer that was on the table with Robert Mueller is still on the table, then they should get a signed, sealed confession in exchange for some immunity and protection. And he's going to want to be under some type of house arrest because if there is a major crime scandal involving the Russian mob or foreign governments, etc., and they're thinking of the greater good, which is to have this guy be an informant and tell them everything, get a signed, sealed confession in exchange for immunity, make some kind of under-the-cover plea deal, put him under some kind of, charge him for something minor, put him under house arrest, which is really to increase his security, put him wherever he wants, put him in New York, probably Mar-a-Lago. When I go into the remotes on Mar-a-Lago, he's not the owner of Mar-a-Lago. I'm sorry. But there are hidden investors in Mar-a-Lago, multiple, at least 6 or 7 from what I can understand. I think Jared is one of the investors. And he was supposed to be, quote unquote, the mascot of Mar-a-Lago. This is what it looks like to me. So he does not own Mar-a-Lago. He's an old man with nothing who can't balance his own checkbook. Looks like Jared and other investors came in and took over Mar-a-Lago. He has a nice little place there, but it's a lot. The investors don't want the headache. They want Mar-a-Lago completely revamped. That's money coming in from China. That's money coming in from foreign investors that have access to Mar-a-Lago. And so what do you get when you break open the documents and find out who the hidden investors are for Mar-a-Lago when they bailed Mar-a-Lago out, which was a swamp of debt because it was mismanaged? The document, getting the hit, they're telling me $40 million in debt. $40 million in debt doesn't seem like a lot, but it means a lot of people want you to do a lot of favors, and some of those people may not necessarily be good people. I can't keep track. Anyway, thank you everyone for your love and support of the channel. And I guess that's all I have for you. If you're trying to get in for a reading, you can find the information below the video. Be well and take care. Bye.